I think we are live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with actually a live stream for you all this time. And you guys know lately we have been doing a little bit more live streams than usual. But of course, there's been a lot of excitement surrounding the Shiba Inu community. And of course, got to make sure that the SHIB army is up to date and knows what's been going on. So real quick here, let's go ahead and wait for a few people to join the chat. And I see, guys, people are already coming in. Good morning to everybody. All right, who do we got? Crypto Lord, let's get it, he says. Kyron says hello, hi. Yogesh, big fan. Yogesh, I'm a big fan of you, my friend. Kumar, hashtag SHIBARMY India. Matthew, hey, what's going on, everybody? All right, we got 155 people already. Okay, well, I guess this is the direction we're going to go this morning. Fantastic. All right, guys, so you guys do know we actually have a very, very, very special guest this morning. And before I give him the introductions, I do want to quickly, I'm going to send out a tweet just to make sure everybody that does want to join is able to. Because folks did ask, can you give us at least a heads up on Twitter? And I will do so right now, real quick. The chat is lively, early morning, I guess for some, and maybe late afternoon or evening for others. That's the thing that's that's the thing that always blows my mind about the community is that, you know, my whole life, and typically speaking, you guys know I used to cover stocks on my channel heavily. And honestly, for the majority of it, it's people in the United States. Yes, we had a few individuals that were, you know, international, but for the majority, it was all people here in the US. So the fact that now we're a global community really just always blows my mind. So real quick here, gonna send out the tweet. And I think we are good. All right. So let's go ahead and introduce our very, very special guest. Today, guys, we have one of the administrators for Shiba Inu. So you guys probably know him from the Discord, also on the Twitter, always ensuring that we're up to date. You know, if you guys come to and watch my videos, you guys know I'm always maybe just a little bit later than some of these other guys. And of course, Kat was who we have on. And today we're going to talk about all things Shiba Inu. You guys are going to pretty much lead us in terms of the dialogue and the conversation. We're going to talk about everything. As you guys see, the title of the stream or podcast, if you will, is called What Now? The swap has dropped. All the excitement is in the air. Folks are joining in, and we're seeing almost 600,000 Shiba Inu holders. And of course, there's a lot of excitement. You guys know I'm someone that is extremely bullish on this token and the entire ecosystem. So we're talking leash and bone as well. But I guess, to be 100% honest, for me, I did not expect this to go. I did not expect the price action to go the direction that it did. But I did give you guys kind of my answers, and I alluded to the fact that, yes, there was a lot of excitement regarding the swap drop. But of course, a lot of people went towards what was new, and that is bone. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce Mr. Cat. Hello, hello, hello.
Let's clear that one up right now. I see that comment from Rodolfo saying cat is woman. I assure you I'm very much not. I'm a guy, I'm a dude. You know, you're gonna have to get that reality in your head soon. I'm sorry, it's just how it is.
Yep, there it is. So you guys
cat.
Yeah, there it is. So you guys see that Cat is a male, and you guys can tell he has an accent. So, Kat, where do you come from? If you want to give us any type of background, feel free.
England. I won't say where, but I'm from England. And
yeah.
I mean, saying where I'm from is kind of hard anyway. I've lived all over the UK all my life, so even though I might live somewhere right now, I might move somewhere else in the future. It's already ensured that I'm always going to live in each place, so, you know, I'm a bit of everywhere. Not Scottish, no, not Scottish. I'm in mainland England, so you know, yeah. All the UK people out there, I'm there. You know, come to the UK, meet up eventually. We can hang out. That'd be cool. So
there you go. And I think was it you who was someone was organizing some type of Shiba Inu?
Yeah, I'm organizing that. We're looking into a venue, and we're gonna maybe get DJ JY on that.
Ooh, okay, little party that's maybe to come here soon.
UK based, so I could probably sort that out with them. Yeah.
Wow. I hope maybe if it's at a time that I could leave the United States, I would love to join something like that. That'd be super fun.
Man, you can definitely do that. We'll feed you as like a speaker, you know, and give mics. Have little chats in between.
Fantastic. I love it. So, Kat, how So my first question, and before we go to the audience questions, I do want to know. So how was it? How were you introduced to this entire community? How did this whole thing come about for you?
You mean how did I find Shiba?
How did you find Shiba Inu?
Biz shilling on 4chan. I spotted it a few times and I ignored it because I was just no, it's probably just another scam. Because hundreds and hundreds of these new coins go up every day. And it kept popping up, and I was like, huh, I have a Discord now. I don't know, maybe I'll have a look. Walked in, got to know, oh, okay, cool, got all the info. And then after a while, I was just like, hey, maybe you guys need an admin. I could help out. And then here I am, 7 months later, across 7 platforms, managing so much. Yeah, I'm pretty tired, I'm gonna be honest.
Man, yeah, honestly, seeing how tirelessly you work, it's something that I use. I use that term a lot for the Shiba Inu development team. So again, I know Shaitoshi, working on the swap has been the biggest focus, and I feel like he's been given his fair share of, standing ovations, if you will, and the recognition. But I feel like one thing that should not go recognized is your integral part for the Shiba Inu community. You're ensuring, and if you guys don't know, I'm sure the majority of the ones who are in the chat right now do know, Kat is really involved in ensuring our safety. That's first and foremost. I don't do the best job myself, as I continue to tell you. There are these scams going around, all of these things. He's always in the, front line, also with giving us updates, right? So the big thing that I've noticed from the development team is that they've been so busy and preoccupied that they can't really come on in a timely manner and say, hey, we need to address this, and that. Instead, we have people like Kat, administrators that, again, the fact is also that the admin team within itself is also decentralized. So I see Kat is usually on between, I don't know, about how many hours a day would you say that you're doing admin work?
I don't really sleep that often, let's face it. I'm not sleeping much when it comes to this community. I probably do sacrifice a lot of personal health for this, and yeah, hopefully it pays off eventually.
Yeah.
That bone payout they talk about. Hopefully I get some of that,
Yeah. And I don't know, by the way, do you want to talk about anything like price action or anything when it comes to kind of your expectations when the swap dropped versus reality, or not really?
I can get reality about it. Yeah, okay. I think people need to understand with the price action. A lot of people are expecting this price to just go straight away right to the top. It's just not going to work like that, and I do have to keep saying that. You guys are going to remember, for price to start reflecting, it takes time. Now everyone's staked in the platform. It's going to take a little bit of while for that to go up, and then just watch it, because slowly it will start increasing because of the scarcity of the the coin. People will be like, I want Shiba Inu. They go out and buy it, price goes up, and because there's only so much actually circulating, it's much easier.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I totally agree with that. And the big thing is that the TVL, I think this is such a unique thing that we're looking at.
Value liquidity, I believe.
Yeah.
Or value locked.
Locked, exactly. So right now, literally about 24 hours later, a little more than that, we have over $1 billion worth of SHIB, leash, and bone currently locked. That is insanity, if you ask me. $1 billion. What are your thoughts about that?
I think I'll ask you the question. What would you do with $1 billion?
What would I do with $1 billion? Well, I would definitely stop working my day job. That'd be the first thing. First stop is telling my boss, hey, I'm out of here. Because exactly, peace out. Honestly, being a corporate slave, or whatever you want to call it, really is not my cup of tea. And that's why, I created this YouTube channel, started investing, because I wanted to find a means outside of that of the typical, route. Work 40 to 50 years after graduation from high school for some, or college for others. And then that's that. Really and the big thing that I really also talk about often on my channel is the fact that, we are all brought onto this earth for a purpose. There's a reason why we were brought on, but we're all trying to identify what that purpose is. And that's why I created this channel, Your Pop. People ask me, what is the whole pop thing? So pop is pursuit of purpose. A lot of people are pursuing happiness thinking that, hey, making a 6-figure salary or, upper five-figure income, that kind of thing is what's going to bring happiness to me. But I can assure you that is not true. What you need to identify and figure out is, what is the reason I was brought to this world? It is not just because, the reason, if you think the reason is, to go to college, to get married, to have children, and that's, I would strongly disagree with that. And I think, again, with investing and everything like that, and the question you asked about what would I do with $1 billion, the first thing is I would continue to pursue what it is that I enjoy, and that is content creation. It is not going to work from 8 in the morning till 7 p.m. at night, So it's not sustainable in my opinion, and I think, again, I would try it. First thing would be retire, and then figure out how to upgrade all my, YouTube related things and focus on that, because truly this is something that I've enjoyed, and I'm very, very grateful to how much the SHIB Army has been supporting, because honestly, without them, I could not foresee this kind of growth in years, in my opinion.
That's a pretty good answer, yeah. Now, I need you to reiterate what your question was with the $1 billion part, because I missed that a little bit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So what I was asking is, what are your thoughts, the fact that in 24 hours, just about 24 hours after the swap drops, we have over $1 billion in total value locked?
I got an answer for that. My answer is, I bet a lot of the other swaps are just a little bit concerned, sweating just a bit, because let's face it, we said here's hoping it will be a success, and it clearly has. It clearly very much has. So now the big question is, where does it place itself amongst the top decentralized exchanges in the world, and how will it hold up? Because so far it's definitely getting its use. So
absolutely,
it's an incredible thing. $1 billion. That's an amazing amount. Think about what you can do with that. Think about what the world's changes with that. It is a lot of money, an absolute massive amount. And this is just 24 hours. We don't even know what it will be at the end of the liquidity event. 2 weeks from now, what will it be?
Right. Right. Absolutely. I'm excited. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. And we got John Messino dropping a super chat. He says, yeah, buddy, I kept saying it, double down. 100%, John. I'm right there with you. Double down, pounce, buying the dip. It's something that we've continued to talk about, continue to do. And again, nothing really changed for me. The fact is, something that I just want to address real quick is, I kind of told you guys my expectations before the swap dropped. I said that SHIB could potentially go up, double-digit green. So that meaning, 10 to 99% increase in price, which immediately after the swap drop, it was about, 10 to 15%. But something that I guess I forgot to really recognize or pay attention to is the fact that Bone was coming into circulation for the first time. And honestly, I'm kind of shocked to how much it sold off after it pumped, because we saw Bone go up to maybe about $75 per maybe a little bit more than that, but when I saw it, at least about $75 per token, and it came crashing down significantly. And I know I've seen the things that things that have been circulating around the internet, around the Discord, saying that people just cashed out, the developers did this, the developers did that. But again, you can have your own opinion. But a lot of the time, what people need to understand is, look at anything that goes public for the first time, anything out there that's currently in circulation, that's currently in the market. You see, things will pump because of that whole mania type thing. And you guys know what I talk about is the market psychology, right? So I always pull up this Reddit post because I think it's something that we should all pay attention to. And again, what happens typically speaking when it comes to any cryptocurrency or any type of asset in the market, stock market or crypto market alike, we see that there's this enthusiasm phase, greed, and delusion phase. And I tell you guys about it time and time again. So again, I feel like a lot of people FOMO'd into Bone as its price was skyrocketing. And when I was live streaming, I said, hey, right now it was around $12, I think it was. And I said, this is probably a decent entry point, so I'm going to buy in. I bought, a few, nothing too crazy, just because I wasn't sure what was going to happen due to the volatility. But then now that we're seeing it pretty much return back to where it was when I first talked about it, after the swap dropped, within at least a couple hours, now people are saying, this was just a pump and dump, this is a rug pull. I can't believe that these conversations are still being had at this time, after literally proving itself true with the utility aspect and the fact that, yes, maybe didn't, get to your expectations. Maybe things did sell off pretty significantly. But the SHIB and leash sell-off really does make sense because people transferred their money into Bone. But right now, as Kat mentioned earlier, we're going to slowly but surely start seeing all of these assets increase in price as more and more people continue to stake. Because, again, it's almost equivalent to a burn. When people are staking, 67% will be locked for the next 6 months. So we're talking through from July 2021 all the way to the end of the year, or if not January. So, yeah, that's kind of my take.
I hope you've been teaching them about price corrections and stuff, because, if you guys don't realize why prices come crashing down is because it's a correction. Like you said, a lot of them think it's pump and dumps and whatever. Like, pump and dumps are pretty obvious because all it is one straight line up, one straight line down, one straight line up, one straight line down. If you look at the actual market, it's a very specific sort of line. It follows the trends. It's not a pump and dump because of that. We've seen pump and dumps, they're obvious, and we've seen rug pulls, and those are even more obvious. If it was a rug pull, I'm pretty sure you'd know by now. So saying it's a rug pull, no, not possible. There's also multi-sig wallets for the entire liquidity pool. You need 6 out of 9 passes on that, so it's probably not worth worrying.
Absolutely. And the big thing that I also want to mention is I think Coin Bureau did a really good job when he addressed this in his channel, and he said, for all the ones who are saying that it's just a scheme or something along those lines, understand that Coinbase Pro and Coinbase they attempted to list SHIBA INU, and they did successfully. Sure, some technical difficulties, and going based off history, typically after a month or so after they relist these tokens. But understand that the teams backing Coinbase, their administrators, the ones how they select a token to become even the idea of a token becoming listed on their exchange, they're very, very selective relative to some of the others who just accept meme coins here and there, even pump and dumps that might appear at some of these bigger exchanges like Binance or whatever. But the truth is that for Coinbase to list a token, it has to go through its own auditing process where they have to figure out, okay, what are the fundamentals? What are the goals with this token? How much people are holding this token? Is it sensible for us to even consider it? So that's one thing that I feel like after Coinbase decided to list, yes, it was only listed on Coinbase Pro for a short while, but the thing is they didn't, and people are like, oh, they delisted it because they don't want to have SHIBA INU anymore once they realized it's not something that actually has much value. Now, why would they then, address the delisting as technical difficulties? They would have just stated that we no longer want to accept, right? We no longer want to accept this token. So the reality is we're going to get relisted on Coinbase, and there are a lot of short-term catalysts for this cryptocurrency. And the SHIBARMY understands that. Lots of short-term catalysts. July is extremely exciting. But again, we have to be able to stomach volatility before we see, those triple-digit, quadruple-digit green gains, if you will, right? The 100%, 300, 500, 1,000. But in my opinion, I think it's very possible. So that's why we also want to talk about, what now? The swap has dropped. The excitement around that was fun. I woke up in the middle of the night. You guys know we started streaming. Hundreds of thousands of people have already began using the swap and utilizing that exchange. But again, what now? There are a lot of different projects that are on the way, and let's see what Victor Mora also mentioned here. He says, "Hi Kat, I sent you a DM on Twitter. I think I found a scam on Shibarium or sites that should not be public." So
Shibarium isn't live yet. Shibarium is going to be a blockchain, or SHI as they call it, I believe. So I don't know why you're finding stuff on Shibarium because it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Get off whatever you're on.
Yeah, and he did say here that he thinks that it is a scam. And there's millions of scams. You guys have to understand, when there's anything that is great in life, that has a lot of backing behind it, a big community, that gives people, more chances to, of course, create and cause mischief and take from people's gains and just spread negativity with the same token. So again, understand, with all the scams that are going on, you have to play it smart. If the development team tells you, or if the administrators, including Kat here, if any of these guys ever tell you, please stay away from this website. Do not click these fishy links. If the only links that we should be clicking are directly from the ones that have already been mentioned by them. And I think that's the easiest way to kind of sift through. ShibaSwap.com, ShibaToken.com, and then go on the Discord if you want to make sure, hey, it's something that is legit. Because more likely than not, the Discord has already addressed the issue that you're asking about or looking into. So let's see. Tony Isa dropping a super chat as well. He says, it just came out. Let's see. It just came out. The key is patient. SHIBARMY. I love all people. I love all my people. Have faith and speak it to existence. 100%. I love what you're saying there. And the energy, I feel like, of course, with anything, a little bit of a correction after, because again, we were in that manic phase, that greed and delusional phase for a little bit. We're going to see a little bit of a sell-off, but again, I really see that everything's going to start bumping up in price moving forward. So, Kat, what do you want to tell us about? Because you talked about SHI a little bit. What are some of the other...
What's coming next? Yeah, I can.
Sure.
All right. Now, what we're going to remember is everybody hates hearing it, but it's soon. It's coming soon. That's the only answer I can give. I don't have times, dates, or anything, because at the end of the day, I know info. It's not necessarily that I get info. So we've got Shibarium, which is the blockchain, and I'm supposed to be looking for developers for that. I don't know who to look for. That's going to take some time. Now Swap has released. It's the next project. We've got Layer 2, which is a very important thing. I don't know much about Layer 2, but I know it's pretty critical. Something that's needed. And we've got the Shiba Swag, which is the official merch shop. That will come in some time. And there's also Treat, which is a reward token. And when that gets added to Swap, I don't know. It's not necessarily been removed from sources, but it was a plan. And when it comes and if it comes, not sure. So that's 4 things that are coming, and they're all pretty decently big. So
you guys heard it here first. If you haven't been paying attention to some of the things that are on the pipeline for the SHIB community, just know that there's still a lot more to come. And I always talk about the things that will impact price short term. So we talk about the exchange listings, right? Coinbase, and potentially we might see something like a Robinhood listing in the short or long term, because 170,000 signatures is pretty hard to ignore. Although up until this point, Robinhood has not acknowledged it. I think at some point they'll at least address it, or to give us some sort of answer, regardless positive or negative. We need to at least hear back from them. So we know we've seen those generic email responses, and that's definitely not what we're looking for. But there's some really cool things that are on the way for SHIB token and the SHIBARMY. So for me, it's kind of a no-brainer to be an investor in this early on. And anytime I see red days, I tell you guys this: any red days that I have seen so far, any significant red days, a 6-7% drop in price, has been a buying opportunity for me. And I truly do believe in this community, and the fact that and maybe Kat, you can kind of talk about this a little bit, but the fact is we are a community cryptocurrency, meaning that the SHIBARMY is truly what's creating charge for this. We are the ones that are leading the price action. We are the ones that are doing everything. We're the marketing team. We're all of those things. Without any compensation, we have been doing what a lot of cryptocurrencies, like if you guys have, I've mentioned this, but if you guys have seen my email, the amount of tokens that email me say, hey, can you talk about our token? Can you please do? The reality is that folks are looking for this kind of publicity. They're looking for this kind of marketing, but we all do it for free. We do all the tweeting. We're literally breaking the internet by how much we have been spreading Shiba Inu. So what do you think of all that, Kat?
Oh yeah, no, it's absolutely the truth. At the end of the day, I mean, let's talk seriously. A lot of people talk about what would happen if dev drives, blah blah blah, all of that, scams, whatever. At the end of the day, even if that did happen, there is such a huge amount of users and community that hell, if it plummeted, you could probably drive the coin yourselves at that point. It goes back up again. The community is the pusher in all of this. Community absolutely controls everything. So at the end of the day, it's absolutely where we want to see the coin go. As a team, as a community, we can drive what we want to see. It's just a medium of control, and it's for the people, by the people. It's succeeded in its goals like that. It is a community DeFi coin. It's succeeding.
It is.
That's the truth.
100%. Really.
Yeah.
I think, and again, the momentum's only getting started. And I know people are maybe tired of me saying that, but as they say soon, 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 for these catalysts, I always say it's only getting started, it's only getting started, it's only getting started. And I'm going to keep holding by that because, again, the community is growing each and every day. The catalysts are coming about. The swap, yes, has dropped in the last 24 hours or so. And we've seen already some decent, a decent amount of people have already began utilizing it. So I think, again, in terms of that and all the different catalysts that are coming about, we will see some great, fantastic gains. Again, just my opinion, never financial advice in the short and long term. So the longevity of this token is how we can continue to, do what we got to do, represent the brand, spread the word. And that's exactly what we've been doing. And we just keep at it, keep the momentum going. And as long as I think the development team and the administrators keep us excited, and they're doing a great job of that. The engagement that Shiba Inu is seeing right now directly from the higher ups, if you will, I think it's unmatched. We don't see this kind of dialogue between individuals. The fact that they're so willing to, come on something like a YouTube channel or talk on Twitter via the social media, because a lot of these companies, and I'm talking more stock market at this point, but a lot of companies overlook the fact how strong social media influence truly is. And I feel like that's one thing that the SHIBARMY definitely has down to the T. And I'm really, really excited for what we have in store, because if you don't have the internet by your side, then there's nowhere you're going to succeed. Absolutely no way. And we got JT Bill dropping a super chat. And he says, great day to be part of the SHIBARMY. Keep pouncing like the SHIBARMY. We love you too, Cat.
Loves me?
The name is JT Bill 2000.
Thanks, JT Bill 2000. I love you too.
We got a question from Obscure. So this is more swap related or technical difficulties. So maybe you can at least give individuals, and I can navigate directly on the screen on where to get some of these questions answered. But he says, I buried SHIB from MetaMask, but the balance is still showing in my wallet and my total buried still shows as 0. New to the crypto game, first time, please help.
Well, I would probably go and look straight away at your Everscan wallet. If the actual tokens that you're supposed to get are in there, they're in there. It's a lot of people. So I got a lot of DMs about all this sort of stuff. And it was always, oh, this is happening, that's happening. And because I got so many DMs, I wasn't able to respond to everyone instantly. Ended up being went back later and, hey, oh, it's gone through now, thank you. So I'm probably just going to answer with, I just wait it out and give it some time. I'm not able to answer everything about Shiba Swap because I don't have the exact answers. We've got stuff posted in the Discord. I would look there for a lot of the answers, and there is a lot of videos on them too. So, just poke around, have a look around.
There you go.
So yeah, best answer I can give, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I know there's so many technical things that people are having issues with, and we've addressed some regarding the extensions on Google Chrome. If you haven't already added your wallet as an extension directly on the platform, that should hopefully address some of the issues regarding pairing your wallet with the swap and that kind of thing. So yeah, hopefully that helps a little bit. Let's see. Lots of questions in the chat right now. So Muhammad Ibrahim says, the circulating supply doesn't reflect the amount of SHIB staked so far. Kat, do you know when Citric will update the circulating supply?
Okay, well, Sadek are our own thing, and you've got to remember every company and every time. So, different sites, if they're doing it automatically, they'll have stuff that polls different stuff for it. So say Sadek's connected to, I don't know, CoinMarketCap. It will take time to reflect the actual current circulating supply and all that. So you have to wait a little bit. Different places calculate it differently, so it's going to be a little bit different everywhere. I wouldn't use Certic for the exact amount. I would go stick to the current sources, which most are CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, and then just go off of those, because if you're following Certic for that, you're just going to confuse yourself. So
absolutely. There you go. So Kat said it there, and my goodness, there's over 1,200 people in the chat right now. I'm having a tough time kind of catching some of these. And Kat, if you're looking at the chat and you see anything that you want to address, please feel free to do so. But
a
little bit overwhelming right now, but my goodness, you guys are some early birds if you're here in the US.
I'm here in the chat, so if you want to tag my name, I'll probably see it a bit better,
Yeah.
Tag the Shiba cat.
the Shiba cat.
Am I Sam Pepper? No, not every British person is Sam Pepper. End of.
Oh
Am
man,
I Irish? No, I'm not Irish.
It's
Probably
Cat
shouldn't
Sam
talk about
Pepper.
that name. That name is a forbidden name. Ugh.
That is too funny.
I am the GOAT UK SHIBARMY. I am in the UK, yes. Can you transfer T-Bone to a cold wallet? You can pretty much transfer anything as long as it's supported on the ERC20 network. I would go ahead and just, load up your Trezor. People have apparently had issues with Ledger, so I'd probably stay away from them. But yeah, you can pretty much transfer anything to a cold wallet. Literally anything. It's just gotta be, an available token on the network.
Yep.
I think you might want to put slow mode on because a lot of people are spamming the same question. I don't know if you can do that on YouTube.
I wonder.
You never done that?
I typically
What
have.
is the vision and mission statement of SHIBA INU? Well, I mean, we guess start, investigate that. What's the vision? The vision is what is the experiment of DeFi and how can community drive something. That's pretty much the whole vision and idea, especially what Ryoshi wanted. So that's probably the most important one. It's just about an experiment in decentralization and community. You've got to find out what you want to see from community, from decentralization, from, at this point, what could 500,000 people do? That's what you've got to wait and see about. That's what one person can do, but one person can lead charge. If I'm talking to thousands, what kind of change can I drive? If your pop is talking to thousands, what kind of drive can he change? You got to remember and question that. You're part of that community. What can you do? Make that part of the vision because that's what it is.
Love it. 100%. And we got a few different people dropping the super chats. And so real quick here, JMC. Wow, thank you so much for your support, by the way. And he says, guys, love the community, love the feel for it all. I have a whole Bitcoins, a fair amount of Litecoins, and a good amount of Ethereum. Shiba has very limited growth theoretically, but there's something about it that I believe in. I believe in it, he says. JMC, again, you have the same opinion as others. So a lot of people are like, I don't know why I'm investing in this, but it's something that I think has some potential that I don't truly understand. And again, the fact is there's not a lot of tokens like this one, right? We talk about tokenomics. And initially, the initial branding stage, if you will, for the SHIB community or SHIB token was, again, a meme. That's 100% true. And I think Kat could probably say the same to that. But after that, what was that?
What, so I say the same about? I'm reading the chat.
Oh, yeah, no. I did activate slow mode, by the way, so hopefully that's going to help.
Yeah. Yeah, it will help.
Yeah, but the idea, what I was saying is initially when Shiba Inu first came about as the Doge killer, all these things, it came out as basically a meme to see how far could it go. But after that, quickly after, they switched their entire branding and decided, hey, this is actually something that we want to, because of the fact that the community is growing so fast, let us now switch up our entire branding and marketing into actually figuring out what is something we can use, how can this have some true utility, and where can we go from here, basically.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's a good big question, really. Where can we go from here? It's the same thing we've already repeated many times, though. It's the point. DeFi, community.
Yep.
You guys decide where it goes. That's the truth. Loads of people. I think the most interesting one is seeing the real world cases of how it's being pushed. Lots of people have used it in their shops and all of that. That's a good way to see it being used. Will Shiba become a bigger part of the central world, and can we see it like that? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you want to answer more questions, or do you want to go ahead and chat?
What was that?
I don't want to step on your toes, so do you want me to keep answering questions and chat, or do you want to chat for yourself a bit more?
Here, let's just see one more question that I got as a super chat, and then you can definitely go ahead and step in. So we have Crypto Moonchaser saying, good morning, Pop and Cat. Thank you for your dedication to the cause. I am getting a failed transaction and losing Ethereum on MetaMask. Is Coinbase wallet better? What's your opinion? And I could give mine.
It's a mixture. I've heard good things and bad things about Coinbase wallet. Coinbase wallet is... I'm pretty sure Coinbase is technically a centralized exchange, so, CEX is a bit broken, a bit shady sometimes. You might have to be careful with that. I don't know why you're getting failed transactions. You have to look into why. It might be because you're doing perhaps low gas. It could be a variety of reasons. You need to investigate pretty much from your FS scan. I mean, you can send it to me on Discord and I can have a look at it and try and investigate for you, but you'd have to look into why first. The thing I recommend to most people is always do a little bit of a test first, send a tiny bit, make sure it confirms, and then be ready to send the bigger amounts, because a lot of people have sent off their big amounts right away and then it's failed, stuck, or gone. You don't want that to happen. I also read in the chat there was some guy who said, I've sent it to the contract address, can I get it back? No, you've basically burnt your tokens. They're gone, unfortunately. It's a sad reality, but yeah. So you've got to be careful. You've got to be careful when you're doing transactions. Be sure, research it, make sure you know what you're doing. So, yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I know a lot of people have said, especially because there's so many new investors in the cryptocurrency space that are getting introduced to the crypto space through Shiba Inu. So they're making the mistakes that a lot of people have already who've been in crypto for a while. That is, not copying the exact correct wallet address, making the incorrect, just the gas fees, as Kat was mentioning just a little bit ago. I know people are making those mistakes, and just understand that those are all common. I mean, I'm hoping you're not making pricing mistakes, and that's why I say if you're new to the space, do a little bit of transfers at a time. If you're swapping from one thing to the other, or transferring your funds from one wallet or one exchange to a wallet, just be extremely careful. Now, for me, I personally really do prefer Coinbase Wallet. It's something that I've used more so. I do have both MetaMask and Coinbase, and I have some SHIB token in each, but I really do prefer, personally, Coinbase Wallet, just because it's very user-friendly. I've had little to no issues with it, and so again, really nothing negative to say about it. And then Jose says, how can I get more information about Bone? So you can go directly on the website, but I don't know, Kat, do you know anywhere else that someone can go if they want to learn about some of the assets other than the wolf paper?
It's pretty much just a wolf paper. I mean, if people want to learn about the assets, there's plenty of little bits of info out there. I could just summarize it. SHIBA is the big supply, small price token. Leash is the small supply, big price token, and then Bone is the governance token. That's the short of it. So, look up supply, how it affects tokens, how it affects price. Look up governance, learn about DAOs. All sorts of mixed together, and you should be able to find out everything you need. I mean, I know you know a lot about it, don't you? So I'm sure you'll be able to teach that in time.
Absolutely. Yep, and I do want to make some more dedicated videos about some of the different tokens that are part of this ecosystem, including Leash, Bone, and of course SHIB. But for the time being right now, it's not my focus. So again, I always tell everybody this. If you want to learn about, because people are asking some questions and everyone has been asking about staking, how it works, the mechanics behind the swap, and I always recommend go over to the SHIB analyst. His name is Steve. He creates some phenomenal content around and he's kind of like the official spokesman, if you will, for the exchange, the use of swap and how to bury, how to dig, how to use the SSLP, like the liquidity pool, all of these things. He explains a lot better than I could ever. So I would go and watch his video, and if you need further explanation, that's a great time to go over to the Discord and ask those questions. So again, that's kind of my take on that. Now the Black XI Ken says, hey bro, I love SHIB and happen to find Hanzo Inu. So there's a lot of different Inus that have been popping up. He said he was founded by a former SHIB marketing member. Anything you know about this cat? Because otherwise I know there's just a lot of these copycats that are worthless.
Let's be honest, there's like what? 600,000 people, and there's easily 90,000 in the Discord. Anyone's probably gone out and made and bought anything. I would just, if someone's made it and they're confident in it, it looks good, by all means buy into it. But again, DYOR, it's the exact same with SHIBA. If you're not sure about SHIBA, research it a little bit. Make sure. Here's something that might be shocking. I have never told anyone to ever buy SHIBA. Seriously. I tell people to research. I tell people to be careful. If people want to buy it, I lead them to the right place. But I've never indirectly told anyone to buy, because at the end of the day, you have to make that decision. Not me, not someone else, you. And it's good to get the advice. It's good to find what you want. But with anything, research it a little bit. Make sure it's something you want to buy. Be careful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I 100% agree there. And you guys know, I know being on a YouTube space, there is some buying pressure from the things that I say, but I always say it in every single video, not financial advice. And I think people, might overlook that. But the reality is, sure, if you want to take it as financial advice, you could do what you want. But at the end of the day, doing your own research is the best thing that you could do for yourself. Don't just blindly buy into anything. It's like a salesman coming to your door, knocking on it and saying, hey, I brought this. Are you going to buy it from him right away? No, you're going to say, okay, tell me a little bit more about it. I want to know about some of the details. What are some of the things that are out there that are competing with this product, right? Because ultimately you want to make sure you're buying into the best possible thing. And in terms of cryptocurrencies right now, in my own opinion, I think that Shiba Inu has, again, the most potential and the most catalysts that are coming to play. So you could take that for, just take that as a grain of salt, and then, of course, do your own research from there. And we got Herman dropping a super chat, and he says, much respect for your energy and dedication to this amazing project and the SHIB community. Keep doing you, my man. Buckle up and enjoy the ride. Thank you so much for your support, Herman. And, you guys have been great. Let's see. And the big thing that you said here, the Black XI can, by the way, you said a former SHIB marketing member. So...
Okay. Let's just clear it up. There's no official anything. I'm not even official myself. I'm just a helper. Satoshi's not official. He's just a project manager. No one's official because we're not a company. That's the point of DeFi. So if someone says they're officially, a marketer and legitimately a marketer, I don't know them. And if they've gone off and made a new token, I've definitely not heard of them. Be smart. If someone's saying that, you need to investigate. You need to go, well, how do you know? Have you spoken to Kat? Have you spoken to Satoshi? Have you got proof of this? Can you show this? Dig, find out the info you want to find out. Don't just never ever blindly follow anything. Don't blindly follow me either or your pop. You got to be smart. You got to make decisions for yourself. It's great to listen to advice. It's great to listen to those who seem educated and seem smart. But don't be just not wary. You've gotta be it's hard to say. Follow your gut feeling in a way. Be honest with yourself. Make sure you know what you're doing before you do it. That makes sense. I'm struggling to explain this in a good way. It's hard.
No. I think that's honestly perfect. You said it very well there. And then we have Timmy Top, and he says, hello all. I'm having all my Shiba Inu tokens in Crypto.com. Is it compulsory to move to ShibaSwap? If yes, how? Can you please help out? I'm new to this. So,
no,
yep, go ahead, Kat.
It's not compulsory. People keep thinking it is. The coin doesn't rely on ShibaSwap. It just doesn't. You don't have to rely on it. Loads of people, when they heard about swap, they're like, do we have to use ShibaSwap? Do I have to go to ShibaSwap? Do I have to utilize ShibaSwap? No, it's your choice entirely. You have to do whatever you want, really. I keep saying that, swap is not necessary for the function of the coin to exist. It relies on it a little bit, but that's just because that's what people wanted. At the end of the day, you make the decision what you want to do with the coin. If you just want to hold it, wait for a good price to sell, it's a good choice. It's whatever you want to do, really. If you want to use it in yield farming, you can do that too. There's some sites that support that. I think it's also supported on ShibaSwap with yield farming. I think that's the point of the API. The point of it is just you got to do what you want with it. It's not fully necessary. I'd keep them in Crypto.com if you want, because it's a 5 million transfer fee, which can be paid for if you only have like 10 million. So, do what you feel is best. That's what's important.
100%. Absolutely. So I think Kat really said it better than I could. It's not compulsory, but make that decision for yourself. If it's on Crypto.com, there are some pretty high fees to get it out of there. I did it myself. You guys know I got introduced to SHIB, and I bought in on Crypto.com because that was the most accessible at the time for me. And, I paid the fee. I had to pay the fee. But ever since then, I only use Uniswap. And that's what I always talk about. Utilize the swap instead. Much easier that way, in my opinion.
Are you able to mod me in the chat, by the way? Because otherwise I'm affected by slow mode. It's just a lot of people ask. Nuggets.
Yeah.
So I can respond while you're chatting.
Sure. Let's see. And you can also feel free to, respond via audio now if you'd like. Please feel free to do so.
Can you buy bone on Uniswap? I don't know if you can buy actual bone on Uniswap. As far as I know, you've got to remember it's being minted still. I don't even know how many is out right now. Maybe, I don't know, 100,000. It's every 16 seconds a thousand's minted. Oh god, it's not 60,000. There's way more. But you've got to remember that there's probably so many fakes out there. Verify it's the correct contract address. Check it. If you're gonna buy it as such, then make sure of it. Make sure you've got the right one. All the official info's out there. You've got to go look for it though. If you want the official info, you can come to me and ask it, and I'll go get it for you. Just be very careful. Very, very careful.
Absolutely. And you guys heard Kat. That's the thing I love about Kat, is the fact that he is just always willing to help, regardless of how many people. And I'm sure he's getting an overwhelming amount of messages and people asking, SOS, asking for help. But regardless, he is a legend. He is definitely a legend. And Nathan says, is there ever going to be a burn? The most commonly asked question. Kat, I'll let you address this.
No. There you go. That's my address. No. You guys gotta... Everyone, right. I've addressed this on Benzinga. I've addressed this on my Twitter. I've addressed it in the Discord. You guys keep wanting burns. And for some reason you want it from me. Like, I don't know why you want it from me, because I don't have trillions of tokens. I'm not some secret developer on the side. I don't have billions and billions in storage. I bought in like everyone else. Burning takes a long time. Like, everyone asked for a burn, and then VB burned half the supply. What happened? Nothing. Why? Because it takes time. If you guys want to see a reflection in price, it's going to take time. And if you keep asking to burn tokens, well, it's a bit cheeky to say, but you should probably burn your own then. If you're that desperate to see a burn, you should probably burn your own tokens, because you've got to learn that it's not me that needs to burn, and it's not them that needs to burn, it's you as the community. If you want to see a massive change in price, you're probably going to have to burn 98 of the supply, 98%. That means the exchanges have to burn. That means the top 100 holders have to burn, so the whales of trillions. That means the bots that short on Gate.io have to burn, which I don't think a bot's going to agree to. So you've got to learn that it is not as simple as just burning tokens to raise price. It will never be that simple. It is a lot more complex than that.
Absolutely. And I think, when I had Rigor Mortis on, in a different podcast episode here, we talked about how the whole idea with the swap, the fact that 67% of the rewards that are coming directly from circulation, by the way, the SHIB rewards, the leash rewards, and the bone rewards are locking out of circulation for X amount of months, right? Up to 6 months, pretty much. So make sure you guys understand that being locked out of circulation is also kind of equivalent to, or seems to be equivalent to, a burn. So make sure you guys do understand that we don't need a burn to get this thing, to see the price action turn north, basically going upwards. What we need to see now is more and more people utilizing the swap. New, of course, some of the catalysts coming about, also like the exchange listings, that kind of thing. Those are all things that are going to continue get more investors in and keep people excited. And in turn, we're going to hopefully start seeing the price action start being impacted in a positive manner. But until then, for right now, it's going to take time. And Kat said it perfectly. It will take time before the swap, all the things that are happening, the money that is currently locked in the swap, all of this to actually start taking effect in price action. It doesn't happen instantaneously. So I hope that makes sense. And Nathan Vaughn dropping a super chat, and he says, just want to say thanks for the channel information the last few months. #ShipFam. Nathan, it is my pleasure. It's been the greatest few months for me, not only on the YouTube space, but really just as a whole. So I'm very, very thankful for all the opportunities that SHIB has brought to all of us. And we have 1,378 people in the chat right now, which is insane. So if you haven't already smashed that like button, make sure you do so. Subscribe to the channel. And you guys know we have Kat on. Speaking of Kat, I did not give Kat, I know the majority of you guys probably already follow the legend Kat here, but I want to give a shout out to his Twitter page, because I don't know, is that kind of your main social media, if you will, Kat?
Main Discord. let's be honest here. It's probably Discord. That's where I'm mainly at. But I mean, I'll drop the link if you guys want to go follow it. That's the Twitter. I mean, I don't need followers. You're not obligated to follow, but I post info there sometimes.
Yep. And let me go ahead and pin Kat's comment then. Yep, we'll pin it at the top. So at the top right hand side of the chat, you'll see that the Twitter post there. So go ahead and give Kat a follow and go ahead and ask questions via Twitter, via whatever platform, because we know he's very, very responsive and will do his best to make sure to get back to you all. What else do we have in here? You can go ahead. Please feel free to answer any questions that you have seen an overwhelming amount of. Again, guys, this was just my first time bringing someone on like this, so it's been fun so far, but go ahead.
I hope I have done you proud.
Yeah.
If you guys want to ask me questions, you need to tag me just like this. You know, put a little ask the question like that, because it highlights it for me. It'll be the easiest way. Otherwise, I'll have trouble answering you. Yeah. What if you don't want to send my Shiba into Shiba Swap and instead leave it in Voyager for years to come? You can do that. I've explained that. You know, you can do exactly what you want with it. It is your token, your choice, your purchase. You decide what you want to do with it. If you want to hold it for years to come, do it. It's a very good idea a lot of the time. Because if you leave it for years, it eventually finds, like, you know, the perfect solid price until something major happens. Mm-hmm. You know, in a few years, it could have definitely gone up. You could have doubled, tripled, quadrupled your investment. You got to just see and wait. What's up with the Coinbase listing? That's down to Coinbase. I can't answer that. Best answer is go contact them yourself. There is a support page for it where they're talking about it, I think. Hang on. Coinbase status. There it is. Mm-hmm. And it should still be at the top. I think the reality is so SHIB's a huge thing. You've got to remember that. Can we expect a CertiK audit soon? The audit's done. What do you mean expect? Another one? I don't know. You've got to remember that Coinbase is a company. And they need to keep making money. And if they list Shiba and Shiba crashes their platform, they lose millions. So they've got to be very careful about how they do it. It's not necessarily black and white as to why they won't list it, but is the most likely answer. So, is it too late to buy into SHIB to make a decent gain? No, not at all. You can buy in at any price. People kept saying about Bitcoin. You know, is it too late to buy into Bitcoin? Oh, it's $100, it's $200, it's $500. Every single time it was quote unquote too late. It is never ever too late. You buy in when you want. Any word when Trust Wallet will be compatible, it already is. You just need to use the compatible wallet connect and D-apps. So, when we'll be able to see Portfolio, I don't know. When I know, I'll let people know. So, 1v1 me on Tekken. Add me on Discord. I'll trash you any day. Oh. Try me. I did this. I was talking with Shiba Inu Art, and I said, I bet $1,000 on it. I will trash you.
Wow.
I am confident in my Tekken skill. No one can beat me. Okay, people can beat me, but no one probably in the Discord can beat me, let's be honest. Where's Ryoshi? I don't know. He's around. I've heard he's fine. He's probably just busy. Hello, Whoville Shebang. He said hi to you too. Say hi.
Hello,
Say
hello,
hi.
hello, hello.
There you go.
How are we doing?
Boy, Joe Nix keeps saying Voyager, please help SOS. I don't know what you want help with. You have to put it out in a question, my man. Does Shiba Swap have its own mobile app? It works on mobile. You've just got to access it on mobile. It doesn't have its own app, but we can probably develop one. I've got 120 million berry. How do you count the bone in return? Look at your pool share, it should say. Is there a way to add on the swap to know the needed gas fees? No, because gas changes every day, and it's dependent on really what you're doing. Also, Ryoshi mentioned to add more F. I don't think Ryoshi mentioned that. Ryoshi hasn't been active. Which Ryoshi are you talking to?
Oh no.
Is there any SHIB reward calculator for staking? Yes, there is actually. There actually is. Dogs. Damn it. I have it on my Twitch. Let me load up my OBS. Give me one tick. One second. Hold on. Only take a second. I have to load up a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
Let's ask a question. How are you doing, your pop? How's it going, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Loving the energy. And someone asked, who do we have on right now? We have Kat, one of the administrators for the SHIBARMY, for the Shiba Inu community. So, you know, we were taking a little bit of time out of his day, and he decided that he would like to just kind of address some questions, kind of more of an AMA type thing. And he's kind of, you know, been answering them as they come. So really do appreciate everybody who's been asking. We do have Carlos dropping a super chat. Says, bought $50 worth of Ethereum and my coins weren't being staked. 8 transactions later, it went through, but I was left with $1 worth of Ethereum. Any input? Huh.
I don't know. Okay, as far as I can tell, you got to remember, it's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people using the platform all at once. It is likely huge congestion. Some stuff's probably going to fail. I've had a lot of stuff about that. Rumors are the stake funds could get rugged. Could you please clear this up? Okay, it's in a multi-sig wallet. There needs to be 6 out of 9 total signatures for any liquidity to even be. There was also potentially going to be a time lock put on it. I would stop worrying about it being rugged because it's hard. It's hard to do that, and I'm pretty sure people would notice. So, yeah, that's already been answered and addressed a lot of times too. So. The varying holds for 6 months, right? What if the majority of users decided to unstake? Is that going to affect the price? Yeah, at the end of 6 months, probably. But, you know, this is just the first day that people staked. It will be staking and unstaking throughout the entire time that it exists. It's just dependent on when people want to do it. Can you tell about Shibarium? No, because it's not anywhere near started or ready, so not sure. How to access Discord? I posted the link. Hold on.
And it's in the description, by the way. It's the Shiba Inu official Discord. It's directly in my description below. So when you're down there, you can go ahead and check out the Discord link and just click it there, and it should redirect you right away.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There you go. There's a link anyway, so you can do the link. Why is it still onboarding on the website? Sorry, he yelled that. Why is it? Yeah, I'm not going to do that. That's down to Certic, my man. That is down to Certic. It's when they want to publish it. I don't control Certic. I don't work for Certic. Please ask Kat. I mean, you can just ask me. I'm talking here. When will she... Everyone keeps asking about the app. I don't know because it works on mobile and you can access it from mobile. I know people want an app, but an app would have to be verified by us for it to be official. So people are probably going to make apps. I would be very careful about looking around like the store for that. People might make scams. Be careful.
Please. Always be careful. Proceed with caution all the time. Put up the caution tape. And we got C. Smitty dropping a super chat. He says, good morning. Transferring some of all of my SHIB from Crypto.com is nerving, and I've never swapped from no other platforms. So, Smitty, I agree. The first time you ever transfer funds from one exchange to a wallet or one exchange to another exchange, it's unnerving, it's nerve-wracking, it's scary. But understand that you're going to have to, at some point, if you're looking to stake or do anything with the swap, you're going to have to do it. You will, but just doing so extremely carefully, watching tutorials, making sure that you copy paste. The best part about especially if you're doing it on a mobile device, the best part is you can just literally hit a copy button and paste it directly. Don't do any type of retyping of your wallet address. I completely don't think that's a good idea because that's how errors will be made. So again, just do so extremely carefully. Take your time. Do not rush it. Maybe do a little bit at first. I know there's a fee that's going to be charged with it, but I would. Or maybe use a different token and transfer that. But I think you should at least try something first before taking all your SHIB, especially if you have a pretty big position. Doing it all at once is very scary, and I don't want you to make a big mistake. So hopefully that helps there. And Akash says, will Bone reach all-time highs again? Akash, again, it's just been newly introduced to the ecosystem. So in my opinion, I think obviously a lot of people were taking profits. Big whales were selling out of their positions after, buying some up. For me, even if I would have sold at all-time highs, I would have been up, I think 600% from when I bought in initially, which is ridiculous. So again, I'm more of a long-term investor, long-term holder. Even if it's something like Shiba Inu and it's super volatile, you can do a little bit of day trading and that kind of thing if you'd like. But for me, I see this having a lot of potential in a year, in 5 years maybe, as the community continues to grow and grow. So hope that helps, answers your question, Akash. And then we have Dozer. Dozer B says, using Dig, I put SHIB and Ethereum in yesterday using my phone and Coinbase wallet. So maybe, Kat, you could address this with me too. So
what's the question?
Yeah, using Dig, I put SHIB and Ethereum in yesterday using my phone and Coinbase wallet. You can go to Woof, go to SHIB Ethereum and deposit your liquidity pool. Now,
yes.
Okay, he says yes there. Now, you can watch your bone being generated live. Hope this helps. Pop, great video. Oh.
Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much the correct method. A lot of people have been confused. Once your liquidity shows up, once you set it up in Dig, you then need to deposit it. If you haven't deposited, it's not going to work. So,
got it. Thank you so much, Dozer. Yeah, and I really do appreciate it. He said, Pop, great video. So thank you for all your support, man. And really, I just appreciate it so much. So Dozer, thank you. First time I think I've seen you on the live stream, so usually I recognize most of the names, but regardless, man, I appreciate all your love and support, and for everybody that is in the chat right now. Thank you all. We do have Kat on. I've seen a few people are still asking who is that talking. So yes, we do have Kat on, one of the administrators. So make sure you guys.
Break it down for them?
What's that?
Should I break it down for them?
Go for it.
Okay, guys. My name is Kat. I'm basically the Discord administrator for the Discord, so I handle most things going in and out of that. I manage all staff on the Discord as well. You know, they're under me. I look after them, and I handle all queries and complaints about staff as well. So, what does my little tag as community manager mean is I pretty much try my best to manage everyone else. You know, this is why I'm on 7 different platforms, being YouTube, Telegram, Reddit, Twitch, Discord, and Twitter. Yeah, 7 whole platforms. So I spend all my time trying to help everyone else. It's part of what I do. So that's just pretty much who I am. I'm quite a bit of everywhere. What is my name, Kat? It's Kat. You'll never ever know my real name because, you know, that would be dangerous for me and my health. A lot of people keep asking that. Why don't I, you know, dox myself? Because, well, the last time that I had a lot of my personal info out there, a couple people tried to kill me. And now that I'm even more popular, I don't really want people to know my personal info. So
Oh my
that's
goodness.
the answer. Yeah. Yeah, it's a legitimate danger. I've got to be serious about my privacy. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. So,
Well, yeah. There's your reason there. And we got Akash saying congrats on 1 billion total volume locked. So we can imply that $1 billion is taken out of SHIB circulation, and we can see an increase in price for SHIBA BCS because of that, he says. Yeah, Akash, exactly. Again, it's going to take some time for it to reflect and actually occur, but exactly, I think you said it perfectly there. And we also have Tyler Martin. He says, no complaints, just glad to see people thriving in this ecosystem. Let's freaking go. Thank you so much, Tyler, for your support and, you know, the good words there. Oh man, we just hit at 1 hour, and I told Kat I wouldn't want to hold them for more than an hour. So any last minute questions that you guys have for Kat? Otherwise, of course, his Twitter's
if
here.
you want.
What was that?
If you've got to go, that's different. But I can hold on for a little bit longer. I've just got errands to run myself, is all. I might a little bit longer. There's a lot of questions. You gotta remember that.
Gotcha. No, there definitely is. Or the other thing is, would you be, I don't know how your whole Twitch thing goes, but is there a way I can get everyone to maybe join you on Twitch? Is that something you would be able to do, or is it kind of more complicated?
Everyone join me on Twitch. You mean a voice?
Voice chat, yeah. Like a Twitch.
No way.
No, not voice. I meant like for you to, because do you do any broadcasting on your Twitch, or is it not?
We've done stuff like that, and we're planning sort of bi-weekly, you know, podcast AMAs like that, where I'll bring myself on or others on, and we'll just answer questions like for a couple hours each time.
Fantastic.
It's planned out. There's lots to do with the Twitch, so, you know, don't worry, that will be more sorted soon. Do I like Marmite? It's good enough. I'll just say that. It's pretty good. So, yeah. I mean, I can go for a little bit longer if you like to answer questions. I just don't want to hold you up.
No, absolutely. And then Skull Candy 24 drops the super chat, and he says, "Here I am." So shout out to Skull Candy. Yeah, for me, I do have to start getting ready for work. So I wonder. Salam, brother. Hope you're well, Elias. I'm doing well, man. The last few nights I've been sleep deprived, but last night I got, you know, a decent 7-8 hours of sleep. So I'm well rested, but, you know, there's no such thing as too much sleep in my opinion. I love sleeping. All right. Concetta Johnson, thank you for your support. Thank you. But let's see. If I end my video stream, could you still type? I don't know too much.
I could, but I don't want to stay around and type forever, I'll be honest.
Yeah. So how about this? We'll just officially say, if you guys do have any further questions for Kat, just go ahead and give him a follow on Twitter, and then you can just at him. Don't spam him, please, because he is a man who has a lot of things going on.
Careful, I have with message requests, I easily have well over 200 to answer, so it's going to be some time. If you want me to get to your question, it's probably more direct on Discord. Look, I will answer everybody no matter what, I promise. And even if I can't answer it, I will just follow it with a I don't know. So no matter what, I would just be, you know, slow, easy. Don't worry, I will get to you eventually. And if you're not sure, you know, I'd say ask some of my Discord mods, you know, in the Discord, you know, message them directly on the sidebar, send them a message. They're blue, I'm green. Dig around, get some questions, you know. Don't worry too much. It will be answered.
Absolutely.
Always.
There you go. And Enox also says, why can't I see my gain bone? So the developers kind of already mentioned this. It takes about a week, I believe, 7 days to start seeing your returns, your rewards, basically. Is that correct, Kat?
Sorry, one more time.
To see your rewards on from your
It was like somehow I got confused. I think you see what rewards you get pretty much instantly, but it's claim amounts, because if everyone was able to claim at any time straight away, it would just be, you know, one, destroying their own point and use, and two, just actually, I don't have a two to answer. It's 11 days for the fast returns. That's the quote unquote weekly, and 6 months for the 67% returns. So,
I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So hopefully that addresses that question. And yeah, people are dropping all the questions now as we're trying to end. But regardless, let's see. Akash, many people are trading leash for bone. So will I benefit if I create a liquidity pool token for leash bone, LP token?
Yes. Well, I don't know if you can do leash bone LP. I'm not exactly sure on which pairs specifically work. I think any pair works, but that one I'm not entirely sure on. I know people are making bone for the best return, so if you make bone pairs, then I think it's bone and wrapped F is the best return, but you need a lot of bone to match the wrapped Ethereum, so just be aware of that. Works. It's deposited into your wallet, so every time you connect, okay, it's like turning on a computer, right? You turn the computer on, and it's on your hard drive, it's stored, it's got the info. You know, you turn the computer off, the info's still stored on your hard drive, it doesn't go anywhere. So
there it is.
So I got the calculator for you right here, hang on. People keep asking about the calculator. That is the calculator. Sorry, push that 3 times down. That's the calculator you want if you want to do little calculations and all the sorts of stuff. It's very accurate, people have said, so I would use it.
Perfect. There it is. And then Nathan Vaughn says, Mr. Cat, should I get a SHIB tattoo on my on my thing to promote our community?
It is entirely your choice of getting tattoos. I always, what I say to people getting tattoos is it is important to get a temporary tattoo to be sure that you will be okay with it for life, because if something goes wrong in your life and you just have that as a permanent reminder, be careful with tattoos always.
So hopefully that addresses that. But again,
end up with Mike Tyson tattoos on your face.
Goodness. But guys, thank you again for everybody that did tune in today and join us on this live stream. It was really fun. It went, again, I did not know what to expect. I just knew it would be fun. So thank you guys for asking some good questions. Maybe we'll do something like this a little bit more often. Who knows? Again, maybe a little bit more structured. You guys decide. So just give me, after we end the stream, go ahead and comment down below what you guys thought. Thoughts, opinions, moving forward, what would you like to see change? Yeah. And if you say that you want to see Cat's face, you guys know what he said. He said he does not want to do that. So make sure you guys don't ask questions that are or have already been answered. So please go ahead and give Cat a follow on Twitter. And also go ahead, and if you do have more questions, feel free to join him on the Discord. The Discord link is in the description below. And while you're down there, you can go ahead and check out some of those other links. So thank you so much for tuning in. Cat, any final words before we end the stream?
Go buy pizza. Pizza's good.
Go buy pizza.
My final word.
There you go. And yep, there goes my alarm ringing over on my end. So that's my cue. Got to get ready for work. That was like my final alarm saying, hey, get up. So thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
I'll maybe have pizza for breakfast today in honor of Cat.
Yeah.
So
right, well, everyone have a lovely day. I'll say my goodbyes now. Thanks. Good seeing you all, and maybe we'll do it again in the future. We will see. We will definitely see.
Until next time, everybody. So thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, as we always sign out,